in the top five, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the UCLA Bruins, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Sooners will put total record to crank us up. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Pulls and fires complete. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting this season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
The Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Bruins moving the chains on the ground, and they've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers out there in the Golden State.
And the Bruins are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Shaw. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
The Bruins will have it 1st and 10. Finds the tight end. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And the Bruins pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Touchdown, Bruins! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Let's see what he can do with the return. To throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's crossed. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Flips it out on the screen. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
The give to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, UCLA! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put with this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Complete to the left. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed, his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks one deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Shoots it to the left. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Going right to work up top. Using the quick game. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Quarterback keeps it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. They want to run this quarterback. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
You know, the defense just hasn't seemed to quite have an answer. They've come close to interceptions like that one there, but they haven't registered any so far. They've given up a few touchdown passes. They're just not quite able to make the plays they need to against the pass in this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass. Working that left side now.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the 1st down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Just keeps slinging it. Throws to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game. It's still a 14-point lead, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
That 53-yard attempt was well within his range, but now this offense will take over at its own 36. Grab behind the line. It's Hawkins. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Sooners in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much running room there. thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Pride. He gets it inside the 40, but he stopped at the 39, and that's not quite enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, I love the play call by the defense there on 4th down. They were expecting pass, and they didn't decide to just lay back and play zone coverage. They were going to dial up the pressure. They bring the blitz, and they just overwhelmed the offensive line and anyone else trying to protect that quarterback. He had no shot.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Second down, he'll throw it. Rushes on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Quickly complete. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Bruins decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Let's see what he can do with it. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Might be calling a hot route. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Couldn't quite make the connection, now staring at a third down. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He tries to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Looking to take a shot. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Looking deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Bruins. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Hawkins. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Sooners ready to go on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
To the air on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hawkins. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Might be changing the route. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Gonna look downfield again. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Caught over the middle. It's Park. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bruins with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. And the Bruins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabs it in the middle. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking left. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, UCLA. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick.
Black 24, green 25.
Power football with the run. Rumbles all the way down to the 6-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and he gives him a first and goal.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this